Hey guys, before the start of this podcast, I'd like to say that this podcast is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is the most ambitious RPG project of 2019, and I say that you should play a better game. Go on the App Store, play a better game. Don't make this stupid game that drains your phone battery in like 2 minutes. Don't give them a single cent. Play a better game. Play like, I don't know, what are kids not playing nowadays? Fortnite?
Stadia?
Yeah, play the Google Stadia. That thing needs people to play on, okay? Anyway. Welcome to another episode of TaviRadio SatAM. I'm your host with the most. I know a chest from the rest. Your man, mayoral candidate, TaviRadio SatAM. With me is, of course, my co-host. You guys know him from many projects. Blood on Mount Crumpet, Amethyst Brits Pearl.
Yeah.
My co-host, Lycan Jones.
Thank you, Tav. So, we have a special episode today. Live on air. We have our one of Tav's opponents. I would say maybe his most fiercest and most determined opponent, Mr. Roy Samson. Roy, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
So, Roy, you have you want to set up this debate live on Tav's podcast to teach him a lesson, to show that you are the correct candidate. You will improve Bumblerville and make it and make everything better. But is it true that you're also just running against him because you're trying to spite him?
Yes, in fact, that is very, very true.
What did Tav do?
Yeah, what did I do?
What did you do? Remember after I had my vasectomy, which you picked me up from. First you took me there, and you picked me up and took me back home, and you got me a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, that's a good thing, right? I was there for you.
You got me the wrong color.
Well, shit, I just asked the guy at GameStop, hey, let me get a Nintendo Switch. That one looks good. I thought you'd like the Wario and Waluigi color, so you're a bit of a gamer. You probably appreciate that epic gamer move.
No, it's all wrong. It's you don't understand that the colors they mean different things, and to me, you don't see why I appreciate the colors of the original.
And hold on a sec, Roy. And is it true that afterwards you went on? I'm looking at your YouTube channel. You got a lot of reaction videos to Nintendo Directs here, and I was really moved by your heartfelt tribute to Iwata-san when he passed. But your most recent video, you actually did make a call-out post calling all local gamers to harass Tav at his places of business, asking him to clap those cheeks. I actually have audio of that I had posted in the previous episode, and man, why? What does that have to do with Tav's politics?
Well, you see, I'm not sure if any of you might know, but in Tav's last term, he committed something that has gone unnoticed until now.
Which was?
If you remember, we had a different esports, an underground arena.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Roy, we don't talk about that anymore. Yeah. Plus, last I checked, I think I think Tav and I did a public service there.
You don't get how many good melee players we lost in Bumblerville.
Were they Melee players? Because last I checked, these guys were banning Darkstalkers out of people's arcades. So for me, it was nothing lost.
Well, have you seen Darkstalkers? How the
Yeah,
way
it's a
they
great
portray-
game. Look, Roy, this
See
isn't
the way
between
they
you and
portray
me.
Females?
This isn't between you and me, Roy. This is between you and Tav, which brings me to the debate. So I got 10 questions for you that are questions that have been brought up from the public. I want to see how you guys react, or what you guys' solution to these questions asked by the good people of Bumlerville. So, question 1: if elected mayor, what would you do about the Samson Vaki situation? Go ahead, Tav.
Well, I would do what I've been doing the whole time. The Gators are working. Shout out to Phil Swift, leader of the Gators. So far, I haven't heard Jod around, and the only time Jod has been back in this town was when he was in power. Okay.
Roy, what would you do? Same question.
I don't believe in borders, so I would say to give the Crocs a better paying job and doing something more contributing to society, and just open up the borders and just let the Songs and Vakians do what they want, and let Jod in, let him tour the town.
So would this be like an integration thing, or just like let them have their free reign? Because we are talking about good.
If we let them have their free reign, then you're getting rid of a bunch of Gators' jobs. They already have a well-paying job, and they're unionized. By saying this, you're saying that you don't support a union, and nobody wants a guy who doesn't support a union.
Ooh.
What was the next question?
Question number 2. What do you think about the fact that our police department, our SWAT team, is mostly made up of little girls that Tav has called the lollies? Do you think it's wise to be sending small children out to SWAT gamers like that, or what?
Hey, you wouldn't hurt. A child will shoot you, but you wouldn't shoot a child. That's my uncle taught me. So I'm just trying to use some of his logic. He's a savvy businessman. Great guy. I'm just
Tav, I do have to remind you, your uncle and Matt Damon are on the moon creating a child army.
Again, they're smart. Their army's going to be
That's
unstoppable.
illegal, Tav. All right, Roy, what's your response? What would you do about the children enlisted to be SWAT team people in our town?
I find it absolutely disgusting. Why would you subject these girls to this? I don't find it right at all.
Tab?
Listen, they are under contract, under oath. These girls, these squadrons have done a better job than any other adult male or female police officer we had in this town. This place used to be crime-ridden. Now, we've done 3 days without a break-in and entering.
I think the stats on that are made up, mostly because you drew them in crayon on the back of a Denny's placemat.
So far, nobody's noticed.
Anyways, let's move on to question 3.
I've noticed.
See, Roy's noticed. Maybe you're not as smart as you look, Tab.
Wow. The Wolfman and the Soy Boy noticed that I drew crayon, but the rest of this town didn't.
They'll notice eventually. They always do, Tab. That's why you're having a hard time being elected. Question 3. Do you think our local businesses are doing good? What would you do to improve them? I'll field this to Roy first.
I say they're doing okay. I think we need to open up a Soylent shop somewhere in town. Just be more not more inclusive to those that aren't able to consume other non-soy products.
Hold on, I got a hard question for you here, Roy. That suggestion of a Soylent shop, although different for this town, makes me question the fact: you're someone who drinks a lot of Soylent and consumes Soylent on the daily? How do I know you're not in the pocket of Big Soylent?
That's what I'm saying.
You may call me what they say are consumers, but I wholeheartedly believe in the good that soy can do. And besides, we're not milking from other sources that don't need to be milked. So soy milk just helpful for me. I mean, I do need a little to open up my bottles because I can't do it with my bare hands. But
Well,
there's still.
well, if you need any help, bro, just come over to my house. I'll use my big masculine lycanthrope arms to open them up for you.
No, it's okay. He's not me. I'll do it when I come over later.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You guys. Hold on. Here's a brief sidebar. How do I know you guys aren't just fighting over Roy's wife here?
I respect her boundaries. I think they have a wonderful relationship. The fact that it's very open, I appreciate. If at any time she wants to, cut it off for me or whatever, I'm down for it. It's okay. I understand what's going on. But sometimes I feel like it's not her that needs me. I feel like it's Roy that needs me. Because who else is going to open up his Soylent jars? His wife won't do it for him. I know. I'm there.
Roy, these are pretty big accusations. How do you respond?
She wouldn't leave me for anyone else. We're married after all, I mean, I know, we just, things are kind of, they don't work as good as we want them to, so that's why I opened up to letting Tav, come over and, do the business, because I'm not able to, they used to call me the fatal half inch, but I can't even make it that.
Wow, that's good thing this podcast isn't suitable for most people's ears. That's fine. We should be honest about things like this. And
I'll be honest with Roy too. They call him the brutal half inch. They used to call me the shotgun.
Jesus Christ. What? All right, hold on. You never answered the question, Tav.
What?
How would you? What do you think about the business? How would you improve it?
I love it. Such a free, open market. Laissez-faire, as they say in France or Italy, whatever.
I thought Laissez-faire was an all-woman music festival.
No, I mean laissez-faire.
I'm
like
thinking
they
something
say in Romania. My uncle, he told me that one. I personally support businesses. I have a few myself. I'm a local businessman. I'm in charge of the fiscal community and whatnot. I'm down for it. It's Soylent Shop, sure, whatever. There probably is a market for that. I'm sure there maybe is.
All right, sounds like you have something in common there. Number 4.
But wait, just a quick question.
Yeah.
I was wondering if we do open up one. I was wondering if we could have Bob Johnson be the manager at Soylent. He seems like a really trustworthy guy.
I had to recently let go of Bob Johnson from. He decided that he was getting too big for his britches, so he parted ways with my fine chains of pizzerias. So you know what? I'll send you his business card, and you can talk to him about it. Maybe you can convince him.
All right, so here's a question 4. How would you fix the pothole situation, Roy?
I would say address the real issues on what's causing them, and and first one of all is the effects that all the carbon emissions and stuff that has been affecting the town.
I thought you were gonna say all the pigs eating the oatmeal replacements that people put in the potholes.
Well, I mean, they're pigs. It's just in their nature.
That's true. He's pro-pig now. Is that a sense you would say that you're pro-pig?
I mean, he wouldn't eat them.
If, let's say, local village pig leader Tarumo came up to you and said, hey,
I need $20.
Would you give him $20, Roy?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Tav, same question.
I'd be like, listen here.
He comes up to you, Tarumo, saying, look, man, I got an internet startup. Oatcorn.com. Oatcorn.com.
I'd say, like, listen here. Nothing was earned by doing nothing at all. You want to earn that startup, then you get in one of my restaurants like your boys in there. I employ many of his boys at my restaurants and establishments. So if he wants to come up to me asking for $20 and I expect him to work behind the pizzas and make something of himself. He wants to be a startup, he has to start from the mud, but he's a pig, so that's probably where he already started anyway.
Nowhere to go but up, I guess. So, Roy, you're trying to tell me that you would pretty much get rid of all the cars, or at least make people switch to bicycles?
Bicycles, if they can carry them, or if any sort of alternate means. Even then, maybe just to walk. I mean, I can't really go that much far with a walk without getting really tired myself. But
Okay.
I have a question for my competitor. Are you wanting of Priuses or smart cars? What do you prefer?
That's a tough question. Maybe a smart car, because then I can connect my Wi-Fi enabled juicer.
Juicer? Are you telling me you don't only eat Soylent?
Well, any juice, any soy juice. There's this.
Hold on, Roy. Are you telling me that you're grabbing blocks of tofu and juicing them?
Yes.
Your witness, Your Honor.
What? That's just... Roy, if you don't mind me saying, that's just a little weird of you.
You're his friend, man. Actually, Tav, what would you do about the pothole situation?
Flexlu was working earlier.
Yeah, well, it's not
And
anymore.
that's a pretty cost-efficient thing, because guess what? That's more budget in the town to put more things. Like, we still have to repair that statue of Dolomite we have in the town square. It's still big smoke. I know Roy over here. He doesn't approve of M-rated games. He hates Bayonetta.
Roy, you have gone on record. Making a call out post to, making a call out video to Miyamoto in your recent on your YouTube channel, saying that Nintendo Switch should only be E for everyone games, and even T games are pushing it.
Yes. Have you seen the way some games have really pushed it? I mean, I don't understand how things are the way they are over in Japan. As great as it is over there, why they think that stuff like this is passable.
Well, it's just cultural differences, I guess.
Yeah.
But moving on.
He keeps calling out this guy called Master Hero Soccer Guy. I don't
Hey,
know who that is.
all right, moving on. How would you have prevented Papa Spaghetti from going out of business after his big financial fiasco with the movie and his son going AWOL? As you know, he recently put out a call saying to recover his son. No one ever did, and as part of the consequences of that, he put up his business up for the lawyer fees and the bounty hunting fees, and he went out of business. So Papa Spaghetti has had to moonlight as a professional wrestler in the Bumbleville Wrestling League recently, and he's an old man. He's putting his body to the ringer. He's I don't think a man that old should be doing that. But how would you guys have prevented that? How would you have saved Papa Spaghetti's Italian greengrocer?
No, let me. I would like to go first if my competitor doesn't mind. First of all, I'm kind of Italian. He's Italian. I speak a little bit of Italics. I'm thinking about buying the greengrocer.
Okay.
And my real question is, while I do appreciate that a man of his age is still out there wrestling professionally, what about his son, Big Eddie? Big Eddie himself, he's a big guy. I went to high school with him. I saw him lift up girls. He was a chick magnet. I think.
Well, the question was, Tav, how would you have prevented it?
Keep a lock on one of those boys. Which one was the one that went away, Victor?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was always such an oddball back in high school, from when I knew him.
Roy, same question. How would you have saved Papa Spaghetti's business?
Was Victor the quiet kid back in high school?
You guys went to high school with these guys.
Yeah, Victor was a bit of the quiet kid, is
No, Victor isn't Victor the one who went on that spree recently? He's the one who like keeps making those really disturbing ads. I thought Eddie the one who goes yeah all the time?
Yeah, but Eddie was the chick magnet. He could say one word and win over a girl's heart like nothing back in high school. By a lot of illegitimate children, but that's a different story about the spaghetti family.
Okay, well, Roy, how would you have saved Papa's business?
I would have. Hired more people to, or have a volunteer service to look for Victor, and reach out to maybe talk to him, and see if there's any sort of solution we could have come up with together. But if he would have, this is all giving me anxiety. I need a moment.
All right, we'll move on then. This is. So how would you track down Victor? How would you stop Victor?
I would kind of agree with the traps, but I wouldn't use that really disgusting Nazi gold that's been in the hands of Nazis. I would say make use of, because I did listen to a few podcasts, and you mentioned your antique bear traps.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh no, hold on a sec. Those are antiques, my dude. And plus, they've seen a lot of blood already. They don't need to. It's hard to clean those things. Plus, some of the blood on them, it's vintage blood from real criminals. I got some from a guy you've never even heard on. That some crime podcast is paying me money to do to get some blood samples out of it. I say, hey, you can't mess with an original. So that crime's gonna have to go unsolved.
No, if my uncle were here, he'd agree with those words. Can't mess with the original, like him.
Okay, next question. What new thing would you introduce into Bummerville? It looks Roy. You already mentioned a Soylent shop. Would you introduce anything else?
I would also want to open up a Nintendo shop in the town.
Oh, that's interesting. In our past, Bummerville is notoriously like very anti-franchise. We have very few franchises, and if we do have them, they're on the outskirts of town. That means you would be potentially moving a Nintendo store into the outskirts of town, so like where bus stops are.
It'll still keep people coming in. They'll see Nintendo, and they'll get teary eyed over it like I did. Like how teary eyed I got when I saw the trailer for Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker.
Tav, same question.
Well, I've already done enough for this town. I got 2 pizza places, an esports arena. I was the mayor. I think the only thing I would introduce, let's open up the old donut shop that my predecessor is in. Let's open up like a mausoleum.
Well, okay, we did agree. We did find out he's not there. So
it can still be an oddity that you can see, that people can come over to see where a great fat man was claimed to be.
All right. Well,
people love fat men. Look at my uncle. Look at me. People love me, especially his wife.
Oh. Okay. Next question. If Johnny has 2 apples and Mary has a fruit sandwich, what is the equity of their food? Oh, this is from a mathematician in town. You boys want to answer that dumb question, or maybe we can move on from that one.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind answering questions from the public, especially with mathematicians. I think mathematics are super important for the children. If Johnny has 2 apples and Sally has a fruit sandwich,
what's it worth? What's their equity?
I would say the sandwich is worth about 1.5 apples, and the apples are worth about 1.25 sandwich.
Roy, same question. Well, he just kind of answered. Do you want to answer this question, Roy? It seems very dumb. I don't know why we had this one, but I guess we had to hear from the educators.
This is all they asked about this? They didn't ask this about...
No, there's another one in there from an English teacher.
I would say that Sally should just get more. I don't know why it's being hoarded from her.
Yeah, well, okay.
But what about Johnny?
He's got 2 apples, damn it!
So you think 1 apple's enough for Johnny?
He's got 2!
Fuck Johnny.
Strong stance on a anti-Johnny stance. Okay.
Hey, if your name's Johnny, call in.
Question 9. How would you restore the Dolomite statue? Tav, you brought that up earlier?
I still got some leftover Nazi gold. I'm probably going to smelt it down, help revitalize it, maybe do some trimmings and whatnot. I'm just trying to get that thing to not look like big smoke anymore. That's the last thing I want to do before I'm officially out of office, potentially.
Roy, same question?
I would melt it all down and have someone else touch it, but melt it down and turn it into a statue of Rey from Star Wars.
Alright, that's a very bold move.
Yeah, interesting. We're slowly turning our town into Detroit because they have a RoboCop statue. Alright, and final question. This comes from an English teacher in town. How would you guys fight illiteracy? As in the pro wrestler in the BWL who goes by illiteracy. As in the illiterate pro wrestler. How would you guys fight him?
No, he's nothing. I fight him fair and square. And the spelling bee.
Oh!
That's right. Who can spell onomatopoeia? This guy can. Who can't spell onomatopoeia? That guy can. Who can't spell my wife? He can.
Hey, whoa!
I don't like fighting. I tend to get bruises on my knuckles.
You should see this man's hands after he's done playing his little Nintendo Switch or whatever. His hands are covered in red marks. He's all sweaty. He looked like he just did a good workout.
Roy, response?
I have somewhere to go. I'm gonna wait outside for Tav to take me back home. We're done for now, and bye.
Well, I guess Roy left the call, so it's weird that he said he would be waiting for you outside even though he's home.
I promised I'd take him to Chipotle today.
Okay, well, that's going to be an awkward car ride. Anyways.
He wants to try it out. He heard there's some vegan options for him. He wants to try the soybean and lettuce burrito with the non-dairy sour cream and whatnot. I told him, we'll give it a try, buddy, but I don't think you might like it. Personally, I'm going to go for a burrito bowl.
Okay, well.
Extra meat.
So, well, I guess we'll let Tav go pick up Roy from his house to go eat that Chipotle. So.
Hey, what the fuck's going on?
Oh.
Why do I smell soy in this call?
It looks like Saber has infiltrated our phone line.
Not again. I mean, finally, like someone good around here.
All right, Saber. Looks like we just finished up with an on-air debate with one of Tav's opponents, but not one of the more interesting ones.
Oh boy, I bet that was fun.
Saber, can you go into the future and see if what happens with this election? I feel like neither Roy or Tav are going to take this one. I feel like someone that will actually fix this town and not just like be mad because someone got the wrong colored Nintendo Switch on him is gonna. I feel like our town would be in better hands of somebody who will, do something good for this world.
Listen, I'll be real with you. Competition's looking pretty stiff this time around. Last time I was just competing against a dog. This time I'm competing against
the wife. You're competing against the wife of the wife and mother of the Wimbledon family, who was massacred at the last on the last day of the voting for mayor, and you're also competing against everybody's favorite exotic dancer and webcam model Leonardo da Vinci. So.
What?
Oh, yeah, sorry, Saber. Let me. I mentioned this in a previous podcast, but so Tav is up against 3 other opponents. He's up against Roy Samson, his close local friend and the husband of his girlfriend. Hannah Wimbledon, the wife of Jim Wimbledon and the mother of their children, who died tragically trying to save everybody from Ann Boy's gang.
Oh.
And Leonardo da Vinci, beloved male exotic dancer and webcam model.
I already know he's higher in the polls than me. All he does is go up there and dance.
What is he like? Is he like an Italian Ricardo Milos?
Yeah, he's essentially Ricardo Milos, but Italian. He's got a mustache instead of that little soul patch.
Oh, he's got my vote.
And he's wearing an Italian flag. He's dressed up more like Leonardo da Vinci, but like a sexy Ricardo. It's like if Ricardo Milos wore that Vincent hat from like those meat games.
Oh no!
Yeah,
In fact, every debate
he's got my vote.
Every debate this guy's been on has actually been has actually usually evolved into him. Whenever somebody fields him a question, he starts to strip down and dance, and that's usually the end of the debate. We only get one question in, and all of a sudden you start hearing, "I believe in miracles, you sexy thing," starts playing. So
I honestly, I might just.
For me. Tav, I'll be honest with you. I'm either going to vote for Hannah or for Leonardo.
Yeah, me too. I might vote for that Hannah. She actually has a good head on her head, a good head on her neck. Da Vinci, all he does is dance, but I would still give him my vote if I could vote twice. I would not vote for Roy.
Roy's your friend, though.
Roy's my friend, but I'll be real with you. I'm only in it for his wife.
Oh, wow.
Maybe you should talk it out in the DMs or something.
Yeah, DM Roy. Slide into his DM, hey man.
Why do I need a DM him? I can just talk to him face to face. He's sitting on the stoop out there.
At his house. So, yeah, you have to go pick him up soon.
I fact-checked this guy, and he's the guy who cries at trailers.
I bet he watched the Dumbo trailer. Oh, they're playing the original song.
Yeah,
this guy's a real shill. Holy shit.
Man, he really did like that Banjo-Kazooie reveal, but he's always criticizing Soccer Guy for something. I don't even know who that guy is.
Guys, I don't think we should have had... I watched one of his videos. I think he cried for about half an hour on his bathroom floor saying, I don't know why they put another Fire Emblem character. And it's so horrible. Why? We don't need more Fire Emblem guys. And I don't appreciate this dumb meta stuff either, so...
Yeah, I don't quite understand his content, but hey, he's got a couple of thousand subs, so I think he appeals to an audience. It's not me, but he appeals to an audience. Listen, I'll be real with you guys. I'm not a gamer, okay? I opened up my esports arena, but I ain't no gamer. I'm just trying to capitalize on a market that has potential.
And me, I'm a retro gamer. I don't play anything made after 2000. So, PS2, more like PS Who?
Yeah. Guys, tune in on the Lycan Jones Twitch channel. He's going to be doing a slow run of Super Mario 64. Step 1 of his slow run, getting his foot stuck from the bear trap.
Yeah, I plan on stepping into one just to prolong the gameplay. It'll be just like my Tomb Raider slow run. I left Laura in that cave while I took a nap for about 8 hours. So,
And me personally, you can come over to my Twitch channel and check out my slow run of Boyhood. A 3-hour movie is about to turn into a 12-year movie.
oh man. By the way, one of my favorite speed runs is the one where you try to speed run Marriage Story. It did not work out. You just mostly have to skip past all the cutscenes.
My speed run of The Irishman was a better success.
Yeah.
I had to flip through the CGI backgrounds of Robert De Niro's young face.
Yeah.
Oh man, what about them? What about them American Dad speed runs?
Those are great.
They're great. They're fantastic. I love it.
But you gonna Saber? Do you got any speed runs you're working on? You gonna try to speed run
Star Wars Rebels.
Star Wars Rebels?
Oh yeah. Oh no, yeah. That's pretty difficult. You gotta skip all the Ezra Bridger moments to get all to like the cool moments of like the characters that actually make an impact, like the characters from Clone Wars.
So you're just so you're pretty much like cutting out you're skipping past all the scenes and only getting to the Ashoka and
Captain Rex
and Vader scenes.
Yeah, basically.
You're gonna try to 100% defeat Darth Maul as old Obi-Wan in the desert, right?
Yeah.
Watch this. I'm about to 100% Darth Maul in the desert. 100% damage, 0% damage on me. Watch this. Bam! Dead.
Personally, I'm a big fan of the speedruns of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, Jar Jar only speedrun. You should see how these guys gimmicked the Darth Maul fight at the end.
Jar Jar?
Yeah, the Jar Jar only run.
Well, I only play mods where I can. I only play mods where I can play as Watto.
Yeah, but the Watto runs are really fun, but he's a really OP character.
Yeah, he just flies over everything.
He literally just picked up Darth Maul and threw him down the ventilation shaft.
Yeah.
He flies over everything, and he flies over the paywalls because he doesn't want to use any of his money for it.
Yeah, and then every time he wins, he's like, "Little Annie boy."
One of my favorite hard modes to play as is you got to go into Star Wars Return of the Jedi Jabba only playthrough. You know how hard it is to get past level 1 as Jabba?
Yeah,
you can't even fit on the speeder bikes at all.
Yeah, that's why you go to Taco Bell during his run. Oopa, chalupa, grande, bel nacho. You gotta get the power-ups, and then he can squeeze through, because then you can get him to clip through the wall.
I've beat the whole game. It took me 20 tries as Jabba. But it was satisfying to kill the Emperor as Jabba the Hutt, though. I'll tell you right now, because he just whaps him with his tail.
You need to know the secret stat to get through it. You need to, as Jabba, pick up a chair, put it underneath your body, and the collision will cause you to force yourself out of Tatooine all the way already onto Endor.
Oh man, that's a technique right there. Personally, I've been watching a lot of Rise of Skywalker Rose only runs.
So what? You're just like, I gotta go do a thing. See you later, guys.
Yeah, game over. Fast, easy, done.
Credits.
Yeah.
Credits.
Rose, you want to go on a mission? I can't. I gotta do computer stuff.
Done. Speedrun over.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm trying to play Babu Frick only runs. So.
Hey, what about the Dengar only run you're working on?
Oh, it's my favorite run of. Hey man, trying to play through Empire Strikes Back and Dengar only run. I mean, I did my Bosk only run last week. I'm going to do my Forlom and Zuckus co-op run soon. So keep an eye out for that.
When are you going to do an IG-88 run?
Everybody's been doing it ever since the Mandalorian came out on that Baby Yoda show. So, ever since Baby Yoda came out, they have IG-88 on that show, and then like you got Mandalorian, and you also got Girl Mando.
And don't forget about Carl Weathers.
And then Apollo Creed is in there too.
Apollo Creed only run.
Yeah.
Of the Mandalorian.
I play Apollo. I have an Apollo Creed mod for my Mandalorian run. And it's interesting. I just punch stormtroopers. I get to punch Baby Yoda so much. I mean, people were mad when those stormtroopers punched Baby Yoda. You should see me play as Apollo Creed. That little guy becomes my speed bag.
Baby Yoda just like hanging off those little like punching bags.
Yeah, he's my speed bag.
Yeah, there's a lot of great speed runs.
Great mods.
A lot of great mods. Watch out for my Jon Favreau only run for the Iron Man trilogy as Happy Hogan.
Oh, the Happy Hogan mod is great. Nothing is more satisfying than beating up Jeff Bridges as Happy Hogan with his handgun.
Because you only have limited ammo. Yeah. So you just have to pistol whip everybody.
He's the odd job of Iron Man.
Yeah.
When you play through through the Black Widow levels in Iron Man 2, play as Happy Hogan instead. That's even better.
There you go. Stealth missions as Happy Hogan.
play through Spider-Man Far From Home as Happy Hogan only.
Oh no!
Watch me one-shot Mysterio with my pistol, with my patented Happy Hogan pistol whip.
But yeah, watch out for those speedruns on our Twitch channels. It'll be very exciting. Hopefully Disney doesn't get us.
They won't. We only have 5 subs, so they only go after people with 10 submarine sandwiches.
I don't know if you're Happy Hogan, you got a few of them in your pants.
Yeah.
When are we gonna get any Pro becomes the fugitive speed runs?
Oh, I leave that up to the fans.
All right.
That's up to you people. All right.
I'll let you guys speed that one up. See how fast you can steal that car from Greg. I mean, from Greg's universe.
But this is my car. All right, guys. That's enough time we have.
Yeah. We're going to have to call it this week. We spent too much time talking to that Soy Boy, but thanks for showing up, Saber.
I gotta take Roy to Chipotle and his wife to Chipotle.
I'm gonna go head to the future, see how the election goes, and then I'll probably come back next episode just to tell you.
All right, cool.
All right.
Anyways, so thanks for listening. Keep an eye out for our Twitch streams and our speed runs. So see ya.
I wouldn't want to be you.